ladies and gents, we've got the interim head coach of the Central Coast Mariners, Tony Walmsley. You use your job, coach.
100% record, mate. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it was the last coaching I did was a few weeks ago with the State League club down in Sydney, just to keep my hand in, you know, not knowing at all that this opportunity was going to present itself the way it did. But you know, under the circumstances, it was more about engaging the players, trying to get them aligned to the approach that we needed to take, and to credit to them, they took it on board exceptionally well, and I'm proud of how they went about their business today.
How hard work the last few games for?
Look, I think you know, good men lost their jobs, and that you know, if you've got an ounce of compassion, you'll feel for them. But in professional sport, it's a ruthless business, and you have to dust yourself down pretty quickly and do what's required. And you know, again, that's what the players have done. They've dusted themselves off and did exactly what was required. To be fair, it took time. They were the better team for the vast majority of the first half. They've got a lot of power. They've got a lot of money. And Liam Reddy was outstanding in the first half, and again in the last minute of the game as well. So we got some traction. After that, second half, we changed a few things around, just small things, positional things, and it gave us the outlets that we needed.
What did you say to them at half-time if there was more energy?
Yeah, it wasn't energy. It was more. We wanted to get Fabio Ferreira into the game more than we had in the first half. The left back was on a yellow card. He was playing on his wrong side, his less preferred side. So we kept Poscolero deeper to allow more balls to be played into Fab. That was the first thing. The second thing was we tried to get Cernak. He was high and wide all first half. We wanted to get him in between the fullback and the centre back to allow Josh Rose to get forward, and we had opportunities to do that. You know, we need to polish things up a little bit, but all in all, half time was, you know, it was a tick for satisfactory performance, but room for improvement.
Was there a general change tactically from when Ross was coaching?
Look, I don't know the detail of how they had gone about things before, but generally, looking at the references that our analysts have got and things like that, we wanted to start with a much higher pressing line generally. So play higher up the pitch. We knew that if we stood high on goal kicks, that they wouldn't try and play out, that they'd go long, which they did. And it's a risk. You've got Kennedy up there who can get his head on things, and they've got good mobile players that work off. Corrin's a great player. But we did it to a T. We tried something. They tried very hard, and they got their reward.
Sort of kick off a late charge to the finals?
Well, you like to think so. I'm a glass half full guy, so I'm the eternal optimist, and why not? You know, Adelaide in a bit of a slump. I don't want to fuel their fire, but we're going to go down to Adelaide with a short turnaround to try and win the game. You know, what I've said, I'm here for 8 weeks. I said to the guys before the game, I already know when my end's up. It's 8 weeks from now. Unless we get to the finals, I might get an extra couple of games in, so that'd be nice.
Your leadership group was strong tonight. Boston, Hutchinson, Montgomery really led from the front.
They did, and I took them aside yesterday. The two centre backs, Zach Anderson as well included in that, Liam Reddy. You know, I'm a big believer that if you give people praise when they do something well, then they'll lift. And if they, as the senior group and at the heart of the team, could drive, I suppose, that emotion through the teams, really give credit to the good things that were going on, then it'd start to take them out of the slump that they've been in. So it's a mentality thing, hearts and minds thing.
How much of a say will you have on the next point?
I'll have a big say. Certainly in terms of finding the the coach that's the right fit for the squad model that we're going to go forward with. So the first part of that process is to go through the current. I guess the ideal position for me right now is to be coaching this team, because I get first-hand experience of every player, those off contract, those on contract, and it's going to help the succession plan for next season and beyond. And that will drive our recruitment both on the field and in the coaching department in terms of the type of coach that we need.
On Adelaide United, the club has a gentleman's agreement about Fabio Ferreira playing.
Do they? I don't know anything about that, Luke.
So be playing on Thursday night?
If selected, yeah. If he's not playing, it'll be because he's injured.
There's a few players playing for their careers. Someone like Sterling obviously is one of those on contract. Has he shown enough to sort of, secure himself, or who's the other game?
Look, I wouldn't want to comment on, contractual situations in this forum, but I can say that the opportunity is there for all those players out of contract to, put themselves up for selection.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
What is it about the Central Coast that brings your team undone? It's happened twice now.
Yeah, well, it's happened more than twice. It's a fact that we have problems when we come here and we don't get the results that we want. Looking at the first half, I think we could have got out more. A few chances, and David Williams one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and Josh Kennedy with a header, and Safuan with a chance. So, yeah, I think there were in that moment we were the better team in dictating. But yeah, second half Central Coast was clearly better, forcing us back. We couldn't control the game as we wanted to, and yeah, even then they didn't really create that much as we did. But out of a free kick, they scored the 1-0, and yeah, in the end we risked with playing more with players up front, and we created one more big chance with Ramsey. So yeah, it's not good enough. That's but to exactly tell you why, it's something that you have those opponents like the Central Coast. For us is a difficult one, and that was it again today.
So they're kind of going, sorry.
So how much of an impact did the change of coach?
Oh, I don't know. It's always something that gives the team something different. The boys having another energy, knowing that yeah, they couldn't finish the job with the old coach, and yeah, it's always difficult. It can go good, it can go bad. A lot of the times there's a good effect in the beginning, and then after it ebbs away. But Yeah, it's difficult to say. Clearly today there was a good energy in the team, and especially the second half. They did well, and yeah.
You had an opportunity today to really consolidate the sixth spot and create a bigger gap. Were you disappointed you didn't take that chance?
No, look, we knew that we had to win. We want to consolidate the sixth spot, and even to make sure that we come in the playoff. We all know what our task is, and the first step we made today was not a good one.
Good.
Okay.